This is No Money, Mo Money, and after putting an end to a 1,000-year war, he thought to take a little break. But old threats create new problems, and now his path leads to war, through a storm of blood. Right, we are back once again, and we are in Kugane. So let's go ahead and hop straight into the story real quick, and we will work our way through this city, and maybe even out to a new zone and some new gear and stuff. Only port in the nation open to foreign trade. Yeah, it's the only place Brawlin could drop us off. Incidentally speaking, new achievement, new level up. So I'm now 69, nice. And I'm now the survivor of the song. Now we just need to find a way to get through this city, out of this city, and into Doma. Obviously, Alphino, we're in a port. Look for a ship that'll go to Doma. Mayhap we should seek out our friends first. Yes, let's look around for Yugiri and Gosetsu first. Why not? Just got into the city, its Taru's already looking for the nearest bar. Yep, Shiokaze Hostelry. Great place to relax. Also, that's where the freaking Kugane jump puzzle is. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to do that at some point, because there's a sightseeing point on top of the light post at the very end of the Kugane jump puzzle. He's like, well, since I have to travel halfway around the world for these idiots anyway, I may as well engage in a bunch of illegal trades while I'm here.
By the 12. I thought Ishgard remarkable, but this... We are certainly not in Eorzea anymore.
A tavern is a tavern, Alphino, here or anywhere else.
Yep,
Now,
I can get
if you'll
drunk in
excuse
any
me,
of them.
It's time to do what I do best.
Get wasted.
The signs of the seventh dawn, I presume. I hope your voyage was not too trying.
And you are?
Ah, yes, of course. Forgive me. Hancock of the East Aldenard Trading Company, at your service. On behalf of Chairman Lolorito,
Shoot him.
I
Shoot
bid
him
you
now.
welcome to Kugane and invite you to take refreshments at our local offices.
He works for Lolorito. Shoot him right now.
I am disinclined to accept the hospitality of grinning merchants, especially those who serve a master with whom we have such a difficult relationship.
My, such naked suspicion.
Yes.
I do hope that business with the Crystal Braves did not rob you of all faith in your fellow man. Or do you
No,
really think the
just
chairman
my
is
fellow
plotting to drive you into another one of his
horrible
grand
capitalist
schemes?
potato.
Might I suggest that we continue this conversation at the company offices? Too many eyes and ears here, you understand. 'Twould be decidedly reckless to say any more. You understand that you are come to a most reclusive and secretive nation, yes? One whose borders are closed to foreign trade save at this single port. Then it should come as no surprise that a great many parties have vested interests here. Merchants like myself are a given, of course, but for every one of us, you may be certain there is also an agent of a foreign government. Many notable nations and empires have embassies here, you know, including, of course, the Garlean Empire, with whom you have such a difficult relationship.
To paraphrase, Kugane is teeming with Imperial spies, one or several of whom could now be listening to our every word.
Thank you for being much less of an annoying diplomat, Alice, just stating it outright.
Something to that effect, yes. Beneath this veneer of bustling trade, a war for supremacy is being waged between world powers. One might say we were standing on the front lines, just not in public.
I still have my doubts, but he may have a point. I say we accept his invitation for now.
Ah, yes, and see, there, right there, is exactly the lookout point that I was talking about. In order to get to that point, you have to go through the entire Kugane Tower Jump Puzzle. All the way to the top. It's not enough to get up there. No, you have to get up there. And then you have to run and jump from there in order to hit that tower. That little post there. And get that lookout point. So you have to do the entire jump puzzle up all those tiny little pegs that you see all over the building, including these ones like way out here, way out there on these precarious little jumps to get all the way to the top. The Ijingai, the district in which Gaijin, basically, are allowed to reside. This is where all the different consulates are. So no getting into fist fights with Garlean consulate members in the streets. Or the Sekisegumi will try and beat the crap out of you.
Our thaumaturges took great pains to ward these walls against all manner of surveillance. Where business dealings are concerned, we do not compromise on confidentiality. You may avail yourselves of these offices for the duration of your visit. Come and go as you like, and know that you may speak freely here.
Your offer is most generous, but I will not enter into any agreement which would leave us beholden to you or your master.
A legitimate concern. Allow me to clarify then. The chairman bids you consider this as an expression of his heartfelt contrition for the bloody banquet and the unpleasantness which followed.
What a pleasant way to describe literally all of those horrible things he did.
Your purpose here also happens to coincide with our own interests. That is, assuming you are come to aid the Doman Liberation Front.
How could...
It's not even
I
that
will not
much of
bother to offer
like,
a denial.
it's not difficult for
I,
anyone to
you have
surmise
the
why
right
we sailed
To
to
be specific,
Doma while
we
we're
are coming in
fighting the
search of our Far
Empire.
Eastern allies, Yugiri and Gosetsu, whom we hope to assist in their fight.
The Aori Shinobi and the Rugadan Samurai? Then you will be pleased to know that they have both come to Kugane.
Are you sure?
Quite. They came here aboard a company vessel, you see. However, they encountered difficulties securing passage across the Ruby Sea.
The Ruby Sea.
Sorry, I've never been any good at geography.
Forgive me. This calls for a map.
Yep.
We
The Ruby
are
Sea
here
is
in
basically
Kugane,
the area
the sole open
between
port of Hingashi,
Japan,
situated on
which
her
is
western
Kugane,
coast.
and like mainland Asia, which is where Doma would be, which is sort of China-ish.
Doma, meanwhile, is here on the eastern coast of Othard in Yansha. Therefore, if your friends are to reach Doma, they must first cross the Ruby Sea. Alas, this is easier said than done, as the Ruby Sea does not fall within the dominion of either Hingashi or Doma, being controlled since antiquity by a third party, namely the Confederacy.
Pirates. Local Eastern pirates.
Said maritime collective is known for the consummate skill of its sailors, and for demanding that any vessel entering its waters pay a toll referred to as the Ruby
Yup.
Tithe. In exchange, the Confederacy's vast fleet guarantees the safety of those who travel within its territory. Now, as I'm sure you are aware, Garlemald conquered Doma some 25 years past, at which time the Empire saw no value in controlling the Ruby Sea, and thus did they turn a blind eye to the activities of the Confederacy. The recently appointed acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma had other ideas, however. She has formally condemned the Confederacy and declared that any who recognize their authority shall be branded enemies of the
That
Empire.
means the local pirates are going to be really angry at her.
Bowing to this pressure, Hingashi severed ties with these toll-takers and forbade the payment of the Ruby Tithe, prompting the Confederacy to make it known that any merchants choosing to sail the Ruby Sea would do so at their peril.
No wonder they struggled to secure passage to Doma. What captain would risk such a journey given the circumstances?
I am told your friends were not so easily deterred from their course, but I know not whether their persistence bore fruit.
I say we follow in Yugiri and Gosetsu's footsteps and attempt to secure passage to Doma for ourselves. We will need to cross the sea in any case, and we may learn something of their whereabouts in the process. And should we find that they are still in Kugane, we can make the journey together.
Alright, so Tataru's gonna set up a base of operations here. And Alphino has already sketched up pictures of Yugiri and Gosetsu. Holy crap, Alphino! Jeez, boy! So the rest of us are gonna head out into the city with these and spread out trying to locate them. So, have you seen our friends? She's like, sure, I can tell you where these people are if you agree to let me tell anyone who asks after you where you are. Alright, now we're off to question some ship captains that they probably talked to about getting across the sea. A Namazu fisherman that we have to visit who apparently may have taken them across. Like, hello there, Catfish. Help them secure passage across the Ruby Sea. Oh, did you now? Yes, he could totally charter a ship for us. Absolutely. Claims to have aided both of them. How fortuitous. Yay, let's give him every single gil we have to our name, says every single Scion except Tataru, who's gonna smack them all upside their heads. I love that Hancock also is like, yeah, sure, pal. Stupid's what I call it. I keep reading his price without making an attempt to haggle, or even confirming what it was in the first place. That too was a misstep on their part, but that's not what troubles me most. It was like, well, yes, that was a misstep, but also Namazu are a bunch of scam artists. Every single other person we talked to said they only knew Gosetsu. None of them recognized Yugiri, yet for some reason, this little fishman whose like entire beast race is known as like con men basically, rather than good merchants and stuff like that, was like, yes, I helped both of them. The only one who saw Yugiri apparently. Equally possible, if not more likely, that you're being deceived. If he's running around scamming people who are looking to get across the Ruby Sea, then it is fully possible he may have tried the same trick on Yugiri and Gosetsu, so he may know where they are still. I like Lisa's idea. Holds up his end bargain? Great. If he doesn't, we take him prisoner and punch him till he tells us the truth. It's like, yep, that's exactly what I was thinking. Yep, so if it's a trap, we'll spring it and deal with the consequences. I mean, that's kind of the way we do what we do as Scions. Just if it's, oh, it's a trap? Okay, let's just spring it and beat up everybody inside of it until they give us what we need. Avoid physical altercations at all costs. Good point. Yeah, the Sekisegumi are not going to hesitate to just murder us if they find us beating people up in the streets. Oh, would you look at that? It's a solo duty. Gee, I wonder if he's going to honor his word or we're going to have to chase him down and beat him up. Hello, tiny catfish con man.
Endless and most sincere apologies to you and yours, yes. This way, quickly now.
I always forget the voice they give him until this cutscene, man.
Enough! Where are you taking us? Where is the ship?
Nowhere.
This ship. So very sorry to inform you, yes. Long before was it pledged to another. To me, these ones are for Doma.
Oh, nope. Time to beat up Imperials.
I knew it couldn't be this simple.
And for Lise to beat up a catfish.
Nothing personal, yes, just business.
Then business is about to take a turn for the worse.
Yeah! Cool, dead catfish. Let's fry him up.
Come on, let's find a way out of here.
Oh, there's Imperial Samurai now, too. Ah, will you stop it? She's not even a fighter. She's a freaking caster, and you're trying to tell me she has higher aggro than me? I don't believe you.
Of all the bloody places.
Yep, ffxiv's coming. Time to run away. Alright, time to evade the patrols and run away and do a whole solo duty with special duty actions and all that nonsense. Yeah, smoke bombs and stuff. Okay, so if you even once try to attack a member of the ffxivf, it instantly fails the duty. This is all just about smoke bombing and running away. Duty actions! A whole new mechanic! They're just special actions that some duties give you, that's all. Like, there's this whole thing about, like, oh no! Yeah, now give me my smoke bombs, you dummies! Yes, Lees, I get it. Shut up, let me go. Done. There's this whole thing about, like, oh, you could go down certain passageways and things like that to avoid the ffxivf, but they give you enough smoke bombs that I don't even care. Like, I'll just run through the ffxivf and just smoke bomb my way out of it. I'll try going down some paths sometimes, but, like, who cares? See, because they send enough of the ffxivf to just catch you no matter which path you go down anyway, and you get stealth after dropping a smoke bomb, and you get enough smoke bombs that, like, I don't need to use back paths or anything. I could just run straight through. Come with me! Hello, Ninja Turtle! How are you? Huzzah! I didn't even use up, like, half of my smoke bombs. Like, I didn't mess with any nonsense stealth gimmicks, and I just smoke bombed all of them and only used about half, less than half of my smoke bombs. Love the twitching catfish that she beat to a pulp.
Understood?
Clear the road! Clear the road! You there! Korjin, we seek 4 foreigners. 1, a brutish woman carrying an unconscious Namazu.
4 foreigners, you say? Ah, yes! Very rude they were, making no apology as they barged past. They went that way, I think.
Many thanks, good sir. With me, they cannot have gone far.
Bye-bye, samurai policeman.
All is well. The ffxivf will not return this way for some time, I should think. You are of the East Aldenard Trading Company, yes? Come with me. I know
Not
a
really.
safer way.
Please do not associate me with those scam artists.
You are returned. And with guests, I see.
Yep. And with dinner. Someone fire up the grill. We got a big old catfish here.
Our meeting went about as well as expected. We've brought the Namazu who thought to betray us. When he wakes up, we'll see what he knows about Yugiri and Gosetsu.
Well done, you. When I saw the ffxivf out in force, I did begin to worry, but I see my fears were misplaced.
Actually, if it weren't for Soroban, we might not have gotten away.
'Twas my pleasure.
Yet I must ask, Soroban, why would you deceive the ffxivf to help us, foreigners of whom you know naught?
Why, out of the kindness of my heart, is what I would like to say, but my motives are not so pure. I chanced to witness your meeting with Hancock at the tavern and saw an opportunity.
An opportunity?
Like many, I came to Kugane as a trader to make my fortune. Kojin of the Red may serve the Empire as mercenaries, but Kojin of the Blue walk a different path.
Ah, yes.
Regretfully, most here would rather not meet our gaze, much less do business.
Like with any new beast tribe or allied society or whatever nonsense they're trying to call them now. You have to have one evil band and one good band so that you can have someone to fight against.
So I seek the custom of those less predisposed to dismiss us outright, namely the East Aldenard Trading Company.
Oh, you don't want to get in bed with those monsters. They're run
Quid
by a
pro
bunch
quo,
of
is it?
crazy egomaniacal
Well, there is no denying that we
potatoes.
owe you a debt. What say you, Hancock? Will you consider doing business with our entrepreneurial friend here?
Rest assured, Master Soroban, that in matters of trade, the company does not discriminate. We would be honored to hear your proposal.
We'd sell our grandmas to the Garleans if it made us a gill.
Ah, yes. You sought passage across the Ruby Sea, did you not? I have a ship you can use.
Oh, well, imagine that. No more boots. All my secrets are yours for the asking. No more boots. Provide an introduction to the Garleans for him. Oh, great. So Gosetsu's been taken by the Garleans. Blades were drawn, men cut down. Sekisei came and took the samurai away. Yeah, so the Garleans tried to take him. He murdered all of them, but then the Sekisei arrested him. Yep, so time to start bribing officials to get him out of prison.
How about you?
Gosetsu. Our super loud, boisterous
Gosetsu.
samurai buddy? Yeah, that
I'm
was
sure
him.
of it. He's in trouble.
It's difficult to mistake that voice for anyone else.
Lise, wait!
I suppose we should follow her then.
So for you just
Victory to the samurai!
beating down the Sekisei in like practice matches. I gotta love that they arrested him and then they just started trading with him because he's such a good samurai.
How many is that now? 10 in a row?
Gosetsu!
Oh, this is a surprise. What in blue blazes are you three doing here?
Hi, bud.
I could ask you the same thing. We've been looking all over for you, and then I suddenly heard you screaming.
It would seem there has been a misunderstanding. Allow me to explain.
Well, he's like, they arrested me for killing a bunch of Garleans, but then they saw I was a samurai of Doma, and they said, oh, what the hell, let's trade.
So, in summary, you started a brawl with some off-duty Imperial soldiers and were subsequently arrested by the Sekisei, whom you somehow befriended and convinced to set you free if you could defeat a given number of them in single combat.
Yup.
10 bouts for my freedom, aye. 'Tis but a pity you came too late to witness the last one. And with that, I'm free to go, yes?
Our word once given may not be broken, but we pray you make every effort to avoid future altercations.
Yes, please try not to beat up Imperials in the streets of Kugane ever again, you know? Take the fight somewhere else.
Circumstances notwithstanding, my lord, we are honored and grateful to have witnessed firsthand the skill of a Doma samurai.
Ah, and we had just concluded negotiations. I gather my assistance was not required.
No, don't look at us. We didn't do it. He just beat his way out of his place. with a big old laugh and making a bunch of friends with the cops that arrested him. Parted ways some while ago, the better to improve our chances of finding Lord Hien. Yeah, so Yugiri set off on her own path, found her own way across the Ruby Sea, and while Gosetsu got kind of sidetracked here. So they're looking for Lord Hien, basically the samurai, king, heir, prince, whatever of Doma. So Hien sent Yugiri away with a bunch of refugees, and then him and Gosetsu and a bunch of their soldiers continued the fight until they got separated one day. So he has no idea where Hien is. He just knows the Empire didn't capture him, and in order to find him, Gosetsu was going to need Yugiri's help. Alphino's talents would seem better applied here in Kugane. Oh, so we're going to dump Alphino here to have to work with the East Aldenard idiots while we go off on an adventure. Bye-bye, buddy! No, please let me go with you. It's like, yep, you get to stay behind and do the boring stuff. Diplomacy and espionage, but we get to go fight a war. Time to depart, my shelled friend. To the Ruby Sea! Little hop, skip, and jump out to the sea before we head across to Othard.
I remember the water, how it turned crimson in the morning sun.
Oh, there's heaven on high.
A shimmering sea of rubies, stretching from horizon to horizon. You could almost believe it went on forever. But beyond that red expanse lay a land in turmoil. On the shores of Othard, our Doman brothers struggled in vain.